Aha. Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome to our ICF High Country's chapter, a special summer program. For those of you that are ICF High Country members, you'll know that we normally take July and August off of our programs. But I had a wonderful opportunity to ask my dear friend Jen if she wanted to come and share her sabbatical news, insights, nuggets of wisdom, pearls of gems of greatness with us during the summer and make this a lot of fun. So, Jenna, so excited to see you here, so excited to have you, and so excited to see everyone else, especially all the new faces and all the fun friends that I've known for a while. So, or that I've met through Jen. So I am Carrie Sudi. I am the program chair for ICF High Country and the president-elect. You've got a few other board members here with us today. We sure love having you. I'll be putting some links in the chat about how you can get to know a bit more about ICF High Country and our upcoming events. But because this is special, we are just going to kick it off with my friend Jen. So maybe many of you know her as the coaching professor. You may know her because she is one of the co-creators of the Anne Arundel Community Colleges coaching program. That is a mouthful, Jen. We're gonna have to work on that. I know Jen. I know Jen because she and I took an ORS class together. If you're not familiar with ORS, that's organization, relationship, systems coaching. We were just doing some of that learning that all of us are doing here today. And Jen and I kept getting put in the same room, the same breakout room. And it was like, I get to know you. And it was so much fun getting to know Jen in the breakout rooms. And sure enough, like formed a fast friendship, which I'm incredibly grateful for. Jen has been a mentor coach for me, just as I know she's been for so many others. And it wasn't actually until last year when I got to meet Jen in person for the first time. So I think I've known you for what, five years, maybe? Anyway, most importantly, for me anyway, I am super excited to have Jen because of the way that she shares information, the way that she engages all of us. She has such a beautiful ability to build relationships with people, to talk to new friends, new people that become fast friends for her, and also synthesize learnings in a way that become nuggets of wisdom for us, as I've said. So without further ado, Jen, we are thrilled to have you here for our special July program, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. Welcome everybody. I'm so glad to be here. I also in the chat box have put a link to my jenlara.com/ICF website. That's where you can find a copy of today's slides. And also there's a handout that's got more narration to it. So if you're somebody who likes handouts, please go there. And if you need that link, please let me know. I'm just going to put it one more time in the chat box. And for people who are doing a recording of this, it's just jenlara.com/ICF. Like, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. So welcome. Also, if you have not introduced yourself in the chat box, many people have. If you'll please include your name, your role, your org, your location. One thing I think is so special about coaches is just being around other coaches. You guys are like the family that I choose to be with. And even coaches that I don't know, I just get so jazzed up meeting new coaches. So I think today is all about sharing some show and tells for my sabbatical, but also it is about getting to know each other. So let me move myself out of the way. Actually, I'm gonna make myself small. Let's talk about designing our relationship, just like we do with our clients, where we design relationships and alliances. Here are some things I'd love to design in today. I want to design in all in with grace. That means stay for as long as you want, leave when you need to, take away your favorite gems, etc. Second, I'd love to design in gobs and gobs of curiosity and openness to the ideas and the gems that I'm going to share. Third, let's use Zoom to engage in the content with kindness. I mean, I'm kind of preaching to the choir here. At this point, if you're a coach and you're on Zoom, you're already using it to make the world a better place. So use the chat box. Use, if there's direct messaging, I'm not sure if there is or not, there's reactions, like use all the features. This is going to be a really lovely opportunity to get to know coaches from literally across the US, and who knows, maybe we'll even get some from outside of the US. Because there's going to be, I think, some questions, and there will be a lot happening in the chat box. We're going to have some stop and reflect moments where the chat box is going to be used. Can you please use screaming questions? That means all capital letters. Yes, Darren, you rule. So if you put it in all capital letters, and kudos if you add an emoji, it's going to make it even more fun. Then when it's time for questions, or I stop and do questions, I can just scroll up and down. I can just find them with ease. So please, please, please. And then lastly, let's just design in some joy. Carrie said that last minute, some people were joining us today. And I said, because they want their Friday to be more awesome. They want the weekend to kick off on just the right foot. So I vote that we design in lots of joy. And if it resonates with you, besides leaning into some of the gems that I'm going to share, lean into some of your new coachy friends. That photo, by the way, is me and my daughter, Olive. We were in Edinburgh, Scotland, which I highly recommend, on whatever that local mountain is. I think it's called Arthur's Seat. And that's us being silly at the top. So we're going to use the breakout rooms for a moment because a lot of you know me, you know I can't just like drone on about sabbatical stuff, even though, I don't know, truth be told, I probably drone on. But, and I'm not going to do that to us. We're humans. It's connection before content. If you're a friend, if you're a follower of Chad Littlefield, he says that all the time. I totally agree. And so we're going to connect. In just a moment, you're going to be in a breakout room with 1 to 2 other people, most likely. Remember, some people are calling in from places where their Wi-Fi is not perfect, or they're in a car and they can't really focus. So just have lots of grace for those folks too. If you'll please get to know each other, what's your name, your role, your location, organization, and then also what provoked you to attend today? What provoked you to attend today? It's just 1 minute per person. If you happen to have a couple of extra minutes, then keep going, keep sharing, keep connecting. And if you're noticing you're hogging the time, then do what all coaches do and self-manage and shut up. Carrie, do you have the breakout rooms ready?
They are ready.
Okay. See you back here in a few minutes. Bye, everyone.
Yay.
Off they go.
I'll pause the.
Oh gosh, we forgot to record. Thanks, Carrie. Wouldn't it be nice if we could socially prescribe coaching? Because we know, yes, a pharmaceutical helps with X, Y, and Z, but we also know coaching could help, and we've got research to support that. So if you go to your handout, there are some links. One, you can go check out Social Prescribing USA. They meet every month by Zoom. It's free. You can show up and you can learn about different ways different organizations are using social prescribing. And then I also linked a few things that are happening around the world where they're using arts as social prescribing, or they're using other community services and socially prescribing them. I think this is a real opportunity for us to get paired up with other organizations that are adding supports and wraparound supports. And then also for us to think about what types of growth work or homework might our clients be taking away that's in this realm of social prescribing. So that was a really great gem to discover. Next, you all knew this was coming. So many of you said early on that if you were to create another coaching course or update curriculum, it would absolutely have to have some technology in it. Y'all, I have heard from so many coaching advocates from around the world that all of us, coaches, need to get more comfortable with tech tools, AI, and technology in general. Like lay back in, bye Dan, lay back in and get comfortable, okay? And what one leader said to me is, every leader in the world is faced with how to use AI and leverage technology in their work and life. And if you have a coach who's not comfortable in that, then how are they going to serve that client in a deep and meaningful way? And I thought that's not necessarily true all the time, and also does make great sense. So if you go to the handout that I created for you, that's got more of the narrative, You'll see some examples. Some of the coaches that I know are incorporating ChatGPT in a coaching session, and it's been very meaningful. A lot of the big organizations like BetterUp, AstraZeneca, some of the other big multinational companies where they have money to support creating apps or tools are using those tools to augment the in-between times, right? So you coach with a client, and then in between from now until the next session, the tool gives them a little nudge. It asks them a coaching question. It asks them to reflect. Now, I can see Robin said, is there a worry that AI will replace coaches? I'm not worried about it. First off, we all know worry lives in the land of saboteurs. So our saboteurs never tell the truth. So I'm not going to go there. But what I think is important is how can we leverage AI and other tech tools to bring even more coaching in the world or add more value? Okay. And we also know that sometimes hiring a coach is not going to be cost effective for all the humans in the world. And there's a lot of humans who are never going to get a chance to coach train or work with a coach. And part of it is because it's behind a paywall. So the beauty of some of these tools is that we can help democratize coaching and bring it to more people. There's just so much coolness that we can bring. And am I saying it's a replacement? I'm not. We need it all. Just like the internet isn't a replacement for all the stuff we knew before the internet was created. You remember those days, right? Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving on. Chat box wisdom. Let me shut up for a minute and drink some water. How do you like to leverage or incorporate AI or AI tools or just technology in coaching? What do you like to do? Give us some thoughts over in the chat box. Mariana, thank you. Don't know Goblin tools.
It's amazing.
Thank you. I'm writing it down. Keep it going. This is lovely to create case studies. As an intern, summarize notes. Jill said the dude that does positive intelligence, Charmaine, Shirzad, yes, has a cool app. Love that. That's great. Martha said as an inspiration or thought starters. Absolutely. Visualization script. Yes. Note taking, analyze data. There's just so many ways. There's just so many ways, right? Yeah. All right. I think I have one more big gem to share, and then we'll go to some questions, and also we'll do a little breakout. So the one last thing I wanted to share, let me move my head out of the way, is that one thing I was noticing, it's all of our responsibility to be better at coaching, to be better at championing coaching. We tend to be the best spokespeople for the field of coaching, but not everybody knows how to do that. So I want to be very clear about what I mean and what I took away from my sabbatical. To be a coaching champion, this is the profile. This is the area we all need to be strong in. One is we need to be data and research informed. And I already mentioned how important that is. Right now, if you are trying to get new clients, if you're trying to include more coaching in the work that you do with an organization, I think you need to have your favorite data, your favorite studies. They need to be on the ready. People need to know this isn't just, it's great and it changes lives. It's like, show me the data. That's why Dr. Anna Sutton from New Zealand, her data is so incredible. People are asking, like, how can I get more productivity in the workplace? Her research, I have chills. It supports group coaching. You want people to be more productive? Start using group coaching. Like, these are simple strategies that we now have research to support. So that's the first thing we all need to get better at if you're not already great at it. 3, you need to be an influencer. And what I mean by that is you need to get good at talking the language of the people that you want to connect with and bring more coaching to. Okay. You see all these social media influencers, they're talking to their audience, they're talking to the brands that they connect and partner with. It's our turn to be an influencer too. It doesn't need to be salesy unless salesy is your thing. It just needs to be honest. Okay. It needs to be honest. And when you have the data and the research to back it, it makes such a clear case and you can influence in such a great way. Fourth is you've got to wrangle your own saboteurs. What I notice gets in the way of people being champions of coaching is sometimes they have a little voice that says like, I'm not good at this. I don't want to be too pushy. I don't want to be salesy. And you just got to wrangle those voices, get some coaching on them. Fifth, you need to show up coach like, lead by example. Nothing is worse than being with a coach who's not acting like a coach. Okay, so when you're in those meetings with prospective clients or organizations, show up as your coachy self. Don't be talking the whole time about coaching and I want to share this and like hog the meeting. Like show up like a coach. Get curious, ask great questions, tap into your own values, wrangle those saboteurs, all the things. Number 6, be open to influence. Okay, that means be aware of your own biases, be aware of your own preferences, be aware of what may get in the way of you being influential and also being influential to what other people's needs are. For example, for a long time, I was biased against things that were one and done. I was like, I don't want to come in and just do one session. I don't want to come in and do one group. I don't want to come in as a facilitator and do one workshop. Because to me, you just don't get a lot out of a one and done. But what I forgot to think about is sometimes that's the gateway drug to the rest of coaching. People see that it's an approachable field. People like you, they want to bring you back to do more. And so you want to be open to not only influencing others, but also be open to being influenced yourself. 7, have certitude. Rome was not built in a day. I can tell you at the college, it has been a slow burn. Sometimes at the college, we're on our like 30th community, our 30th cohort of coaches. Again, we've got 6 employee cohorts as part of that. And some people are like, aren't you so proud of what you've created? And by the way, there's other coaching instructors on here. LaTanya's here, Anton's here, Dan's here. I can't remember who else, but we've got people in our program who are here who have helped build the whole program. And if I had my way, where we're at now, we would have been at like year 2. Okay. And that's why we have to have certitude, have faith, have confidence that you're going to keep going one foot in front of the other, even if the organization, even if there's life circumstances that are moving at a different pace. And lastly, lead from within and radiate out. The best coaching champions show up as their best selves. Okay, which we all know is keyword for being more like a coach. Yeah, so do the work for yourself so that you can show up in these spaces and do the things 1 through 7. Okay, I'm going to be taking questions soon, but not yet, not yet. So in just a moment, Carrie is going to open the breakout rooms. That was a lot of gems, okay? What I'd love you to do with your partner, and you and your partner or partners are going to have about, I think we decided 5 minutes, Carrie, right? That's about a minute per person. You just heard a lot of gems. Here they are. Take a photo if you like, or if you have the handout, please use it. Which gem was most interesting to you? What do you want to like learn more about? What do you want to lean into? What do you want to mull over? Or I like to say crackpot. Okay. Carrie, are we ready for 5 minutes of a breakout? And then we'll come back and do some questions.
You betcha.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Here we go. I love the gems.
Let me see the gems. Let me see what we have left.
And I think you caught most of the questions in the chat. I was trying to go through to see if there was anything missed, but I bet people will have more when they come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like people are getting to their breakouts. If you're just joining us, we're in breakout rooms. Let us know if we can help you get there, or if you don't want to be there, just stay with Carrie and I. Carrie, I'm going to leave it on this slide only because I want to share. I think some people may want to stay for a Q&A and others may want to go. I'm going to leave it here. That way I don't have to like fast forward through it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see, Heather, Maggie, are you here? Would you rather be in a breakout room?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. I went, but no one was in there.
All right, let's see, move you
Breakout room
to room 9. There you go.
Thank you.
You bet. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see.
Renee's back. Renee, did you get kicked out of your break? Oh, Renee. Oh, there's Renee. Hey, Renee,
Yeah.
did you get kicked out?
I didn't get kicked out. I had a meeting.
Oh,
So I had
okay.
someone call me.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Will we have access to this recording? Will it be sent out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, thank you for mentioning me. I was in a breakout room by myself, so I don't know. It was
Oh,
fun to chat with
okay.
myself, like me and myself.
No. Let me send you
You
over
want
to
to-
Barry. Where's
Okay.
Barry? Barry's in 11. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Moving to 11. Okay, see if that's better.
Okay.
Hey, ladies, I'm gonna run to
Hi,
the
Renee.
interview.
Thanks for coming.
Bye,
Good to see you.
Renee.
I know I hate that it was happening around this time, but I'll be looking forward to the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll be doing this again, Renee. So if you see another rendition, join in there too.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Bye-bye.
Heather, Robin, you girls okay? Carrie, are we going at a good enough pace? Anything you want me to discuss?
Yeah, no, we're doing great. And we're doing great. And then the only thing that I need to share with people is I'm just looking to see if anybody else is in a room by themselves.
Okay.
Sorry. Is that I've got a survey link. So I send the survey link out closer to the end because those who, you need to be here to show up. The survey kicks off the CCEUs.
Ooh.
And that's good for you to know because you too will get CCUs, but you need to fill out the survey.
Got it. I will. How about when folks get back? I'll just share this next slide. Move myself out of the way. Then if you want to share the link, then go for it. Otherwise, you can keep holding it. I'll take some questions if anyone has them.
No. I'm gonna put it when everybody comes back. I think.
Okay, perfect then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
Like I forgot to start our recording, which I'm so unimpressed with myself for. I paused it when everybody went into the breakout room and I didn't even think twice about it. And then anyway. God.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, people will get the recording, but they will have missed, unfortunately, some of the juicy, amazing stuff that you gave them.
What gem is your favorite so far?
Well, I loved your champion. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I have new earbuds and they're just they're different. Which is not a bad thing. It's good to get used to new things. But anyway, they're it's been a bigger challenge than I thought it would have been. But anyway, so I think one of my favorites is around the learning new things, especially like the nonviolent communication, et cetera. Just that sense of growth. How are we growing? How are we growing ourselves, especially when we're asking, at least that's kind of how I took it of, how are we growing ourselves when we're asking others to do the same? Which I think also then leads into how we show up and, just, yeah, how are you showing up? How are you doing your own personal work so that you're doing your own personal work so that you show up fully for them. Anyway, those were some of the things. AI, I think what I love that you said about that is that I think it's important people not be so afraid of it. I think people can be afraid of it, like somehow it's going to take over who we are, what we're doing, and all of a sudden we're not going to be, relevant. But I don't think that's the case. Anyway, so the health and wellness coaching is also interesting to me, but I'm not as interested in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's interesting, and I'm like, I just don't feel like going down that route, and I can see why it has benefit.
Yeah, Yeah. And the social prescribing, that is something I've never heard before.
Yes.
So really appreciating like, oh, okay. Yeah.
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 I think that one would be so incredible to like partner with like medical folk and say, hey, doctor, like, or a practice and say, hey, you're already prescribing medications. What about another pad that has all these like social prescribing ideas, whether it's a hike, coaching, yoga class, visit a museum, just fresh air 3 times a week. Like,
Yes.
what if we did more of that? I think would be just really cool. I'd love more partnerships for coaches and people who are prescribing.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. Oh God, close now. Here they come.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just think that's so fascinating, you know?
Yeah, same here, same. And that Social Prescribing USA, I think they do a good job of bringing in guest speakers. So if that's ever like something you want to learn, or it'd be fun, Carrie, when you guys are putting together your monthly or quarterly events, is like having somebody from Social Prescribing USA maybe do a presentation, or having somebody from Nonviolent Communication.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
And then invite me so that I can learn too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yay.
Welcome back, coaches. By the way, it's so lovely to see new faces, faces I haven't seen in a while. I see Jill, I see Maggie, all sorts of good stuff. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop sharing in a moment. I think most people or everyone is back. Thank you very much for talking about which gem stands out to you. Carrie and I did the same. In just a moment, I want to see if there's any questions that you have. And also, I want to share my contact information. So here it is. Okay, you can also find me easily on LinkedIn. I think that's such a great place to connect. And then Carrie, in just a moment in the chat box, is going to include a survey. It's a survey.
Yes.
It's a survey one to give feedback on this event, but it's also going to trip the system so that you get a certificate so that you can get ICF credit for being here if that's something that you need. Carrie, anything you want to say about that?
The only thing that I do want to hint at and just let you all know of is that if for some reason you're logged into Zoom and not your full name, I think I've reached out to everybody. Lynn, if you're still on with us, I need your email. If a few of the folks that have logged in, just make sure your full name is on there because I've been doing tracking for the CCUs. But the beauty is that the alternative is just fill out the survey because it'll have your name and email. And if I didn't get you on my little manual tracking, the survey will get it and you will for sure get the certificate. So just want to make sure everybody knows you get 1.5 CCEUs today, 0.75 core, 0.75 RD. Whoop, whoop. So please fill out the survey.
For free,
Yeah.
you get that, y'all. That's so lovely.
Free. Woo, woo, woo.
Carrie and Mariana and the rest of the ICF High Country, thank you very much for getting those credits for all of us and also for hosting today. Now,
Yeah.
dear coaches that are on, I'm going to take myself off in a minute, but I just wanted to say thank you. And so I just want to say thank you. Being on sabbatical, as I mentioned earlier, is such a lovely perk and benefit. I'm also very grateful to Anne Arundel Community College for supporting that and for you to be here to want to even hear about some of these gems. I will be also doing this presentation again for different groups. So if you'd like me to do it for your group, I don't want to gatekeep what I learned. Tax dollars pay for my sabbatical, right? We're a community college. Besides tuition from students, it's also federal, not federal really, state and local money that pays for it. And so I don't want to gatekeep it. And also you can see that if anywhere in the world it has the word coach, I will stand in front of it and take a photo. Okay. It is in England. All right, let me stop sharing for a moment and let's get to some questions.
And maybe we
Be
can even
honest.
take a picture.
Oh, let's do a
Ooh.
picture. Hey, let's do that right now. If you have been off camera, but could for just a smidge be on camera, it will make the picture even more glorious. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, hold, please, and I'll tell us when we're ready. I need to do the, as I've learned before, you have to, how do I turn off my mirroring? Somewhere in here, there's a mirror. They've changed everything. There, no. Oh, well, it's fine. I learned a long time ago that if you don't forget to unmirror, then when you take the picture, your background is backwards. That's all right. Mine can be backwards. Okay, here we go. And big, beautiful smiles. It's a summer Friday. And let me just, well, okay. And doing this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy Friday. Yay. Okay, thank you. Ooh, Jen, we can't hear you. Or can everybody hear me?
We can't hear Jen.
We can't hear Jen. Okay.
Yeah.
Try again, try again. Oh, that's weird. Did you hit your keyboard or?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh, there you are. Yay. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to take a screenshot of but I was not successful. So we're moving on from
I've
that,
got
dear
one
friend.
and I'll share it. I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you. All righty. So let's also design in. Oh, I love that you guys are sharing information. This is what it's about. It's this connection. Some of you are here in the DMV, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, DC area. If you don't know that. I guess, well, anyway. So connect. And then we have people spread across the US. Let's connect. Okay. So what questions do you have, if any? I didn't see that many screaming questions, which is great.
Jen, since you did so much reading and learned about so much research, are you going to put together a bibliography of the things you discovered? Would you like help putting together a bibliography of things you discovered?
Oh, yeah, that's probably good. So yeah, that's a great question. Susan, I love that. And also I did a poor job, very poor, of keeping track. I have somewhat of a list, but then there were other days where, you go down the rabbit hole where you're reading something and then they say something and then you're like 5 links in and you're like, this is incredible. I like that idea. And I don't know, were you offering to help me if I wanted? Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay. Would you mind putting a DM to me or over in the chat box, or just, you have my email, you saw it. If you'll just email me and say, if Jen, you ever want to do this. And by the way, I have learned, is Dr. Coach Anton still on? Anton and I have been working on a project together, research project, and I've learned from him to keep better track of resources because I've not done a good job. And partially it's because I have not done a great job. Like I'm recommending we all start doing a better job of keeping up with the research and the data. So anyway, thank you for asking that. That would be lovely though, right? Okay. What other thoughts or questions? Kimberly said, how can we find out which organizations are utilizing internal coaches versus hiring from the outside? That is a great question. And Kimberly, I got to say, there's not a one size fits all. Most, if not all of the organizations that I read about, learned about, or reached out to and actually spoke to, they're all very different. For example, I mentioned AstraZeneca. I mentioned Helen Bassford. She said, so many solicitations from coaches who would like to coach with AstraZeneca. Who wouldn't want to coach with AstraZeneca? They're a multinational company doing incredible things.
Yeah.
And so she just can't answer them all. So, but they do have a group of internal coaches that they've trained. They also have a group of external coaches that they hire. So I would say the first thing to do is to leverage the organizations that you're already familiar with, that already know you already have a relationship with, as like a first step. Then I would leverage your network. That's why I think this is so beautiful. And I'm seeing so many people connecting on LinkedIn and sharing email addresses. Like we can't read your mind. We don't know that you want to work with more, fill in the blank types of organizations, or you want to like do coaching in K through 12 or whatever it is. So the more that we can like work these types of networks, I think the more we can support each other. I find that is one of my superpowers is connecting people. So if I'm like, it's not me, but it's Gina.
Okay.
And if it's not, Carrie knows, I'm like, you need to talk to, you need to talk to, and then I fill in the blank. So the more we can do that for each other, the better. And I also want to say that you also have to do that inside work that I talked about in being a coaching champion. If you're afraid that by somebody else getting the business is going to take away from your business, then it's just a scarcity model. There is enough coaching out there for all of us. And so I try as much as possible to do those types of connections. So in answer to the question, the long answer is there's not a master list. The short answer is reach out to the organizations that you're already connected with. And do what I did, you guys. Just claim a sabbatical for yourself and just say, I am on a sabbatical. They don't need to know it's official or not. I have granted you a sabbatical. It is official in this moment. And just say, I am studying coaching and I'd love to meet with you. Don't meet with them because you want to sell them your coaching. Meet with them because you really just want to connect. Yeah, great question. All right, are there any other questions? There are 8 billion people on the planet. Go get them. Yes. I'm just looking to see if there were any questions typed up. Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Jen, welcome back. You have not mentioned your book, I don't believe. Is that something you were going to discuss or no?
Yeah, that's interesting. So my book that I've written on coaching, it's like the manual of coaching skills, A to Z, was not actually part of my sabbatical at all. That's a totally separate project that some of you know, I've been working on it. You coached me on it. You coached me on that damn book. I've been working on that book since the summer of 2023, and it's now 2 years later. But you know what? Got to let go, let God. And if Daniel Pink, who's a great author, needs 2 to 3 years to write a book, then Jen, who's got a job and is not an author, gets all the time she needs. So I recently did wrap up my book proposal with sample chapters, sent that to Chronicle Books, Chronicle Prism, if anyone has a connection there, help a girl out. And because they're my #1 publisher, I want this book to be not only informative, it teaches coaching skills, by the way, but I also want it to be like a delight to look at and to like read and engage. So that was not part of my sabbatical, but it is out there in the Ethernet trying to get some legs. And my hope is that a publishing company will pick it up at some point, and then we have this book. And the reason I wanted to write the book is there's several books that I love, but not all of them cover comprehensively all the skills that we use as coaches and some of the tools like value mining, saboteur wrangling, sage summoning. And I appreciate some of those books, like somebody mentioned Positive Intelligence. I love that book. I love that body of work. It's so great. But that's one piece of coaching. What about the other like 50 skills that we use all the time? So the book that I wrote covers the 50 skills. To me, it's like the textbook of coaching, except for it sounds like me. And I designed that in the beginning. I was like, this book is going to sound like me. So if you talk to me, this is what it's going to sound like. So it means
Which is nice.
I use a lot of commas. I use a lot of slang. I didn't cuss because I thought that may not be appropriate, but I thought about it. All right. Thanks, Brenda, for mentioning that, though. I appreciate that. What other questions do you have related to sabbatical or coaching in general, or even just ICF High Country?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last call in case I've missed you. Last call. Take yourself off mute. Jump in there. Kimberly,
Yeah.
Audible book. Oh, that'd be fun. I'd have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun to listen to. Yay.
All right. Carrie, before we, I guess, sign off, because it looks like we're done.
We're good.
Exciting.
Yeah. Well, we would just, from ICF High Country, Jen, we are so glad that you came and we're willing to share your sabbatical gems with us. We were the first group that got her. Yay. So you could probably find Jen giving her gems elsewhere, but we are super glad that you came to ICF High Country. Love that you are always so open to sharing the things that you're learning because we have lots to learn from you. So thank you for being willing to do that. And thank you to everyone for coming. I love getting to see faces that I don't normally see at the ICF High Country. So this is awesome. And I love seeing all my fellow High Country folks up in the northern states. So just thanks to all. Hope you have a wonderful summer. Stay cool if you're in the super warm temps, and just hope to see you again. So thank you for being here and making this so special, all of you. Yeah.
Let's all unmute and say goodbye over each other.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Bye.
Goodbye,
everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Yay.
Whoop,
Where's the
Carrie,
Happy
survey?
Friday. Whoop, whoop.
Where's the
See you all.
survey? Where's the
Where's this?
survey?
Oh, the survey's in the chat. It's in the chat. I'll put it in the chat again. You'll also get an email. But on the off chance that I don't have your email, let me just find it. It's in here somewhere. Where is it? Please fill out the survey. It is there it is. Click on that link before you go if you haven't already. You'll also get an email if you've been getting emails of reminders, then you'll get it via email. But I just always think it's good to click on the link just in case. So yeah, 1.5 CCEUs. All right.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you, Jen.
Paul. Bye,
Thank
Tony.
you, Jen.
Bye, Paul. Good to see you. Robin, if you're there. Bye, Mary. Bye. Mariana and Carrie, thank you so much for hosting.
Thanks for being here. That
Yeah.
was great.
I know. So love. I'm just gonna move a few folks in the I
You
don't
want to
think
stop
Robin was.
recording too?
Yes. Thank you.